Welcome to Keeper of Secrets Tarot. I am Gypsy Girl, here to bring you another reading for Libra. I thank you, Spirit, for protecting and keeping the collective safe, for protecting me and keeping me safe. Libra, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares, but most of all, for showing up. It is the, oh, look at that, deck split 3 ways. All right, so we're starting off strong here with our Knight of Pentacles. So you have a plan that you're taking action on, because that's what the Knights do, they move. Here we have the 7 of Cups. So we have a lot of opportunities, or we're thinking that we do, or we're feeling lucky. We're feeling like we have opportunity. Or we could be getting a little confused with what's going on, because we have either we're arguing, we're debating, we're getting other people's opinions, or there are many or a few people coming around that seem to have quite a bit to say, and that's bringing in a little confusion as per your plan of action or what you'd like to do. You're probably getting advice, or you are feeling bombarded by other people as to the direction you want to take, or how you want to spend your money, etc. I mean, you fit it to your situation, Libra. I didn't even get to say the deck I'm using. I switched up decks for October. Again, this is a general read for Libra in the month of October. And I'm using the GoldenArt Nouveau Tarot. This is by Giulia Massaglia. Then I have as the Oracle deck, I'm bringing in the Mystical Shaman Oracle, and that is a work done by Alberto, Villoldo, Colette, Baron-Reid, and Marcela, Lobos. It's very symbolic. It works with symbols. And of course I brought back the energy oracle cards, and that is for particularly to read the energy that is coming around you that you're unaware of, and that we'll see when I do lay out the cards, because I'm still using the Celtic Cross for the read, for the spread. And that deck is done by Sandra and Taylor. Here we see the 8 of Cups. So someone is wanting to leave, or you wanting to leave because of certain truths. And then we have our High Priestess for intuition, and again another 8 for dealing or doing quite a bit of work, getting the details on putting an end to a relationship, or coming into receiving that connectivity and wanting to go the next leg of a relationship into marriage, or at least completing with settling into a relationship for some, and for others it is dissolving a relationship. Here we see don't know why Cancer just came into my mind, but you might be dealing with a Cancer for some of you who are either breaking up a relationship, because that just stepped right in right after. Here we have our the King. No, it's not the King. Sorry. The Page. He's a Page of Wands. So wanting to go in a different direction than, as you see, backs are turned. So whomever you're dealing with is either they want to go or you want to go. Somebody has an idea. You could be dealing with a fire sign, or it could just be that passionate energy to follow what you want and pull away from those who have been either trying to confuse you, or who are bombarding you with which direction you should take. Here we see the Fool coming in with that passion, again with the Page of Wands. So really facing what you want to do, and really putting your efforts in there, following your heart. Again, another Knight of Cups. and again the Ace of Wands. So following your destiny is how you feel you are going, or you are deciding to go. Libra, very determined, which is good. All right, so we've gone through the decks that I'm using, and the spread is the Celtic Cross, and again those cards are taken at random. So I'll just start the first card out. Now we have the King. Oh my. It's the King of Wands. So we went from Knight of Wands to King of Wands. So really stepping up and being determined to follow your heart, follow what you want, and being able to manifest the actual reality of what you want is where you are, Libra. You're following what you love to do, and you're quite passionate. And look at that, I pulled out the page. Again, this is the test that Spirit is going to put you under, or what is crossing your path. So could be it is a question of your passion, and is this what you really want, and making that decision. Again, we have a reflection into the Seven of Cups earlier, and then we saw the Eight of Cups to show that someone is moving on or wanting to come back depending on your situation. But we see a proposal that this card would represent, as in really making up your mind as to what you want and stepping forward and making that gesture take form and action, because that's what the Wands would do. Again, you are an air sign, and fire sign cards are very prominent so far in your read. So we're gonna see your passion come forward for the month of October. What is above you is the I'm gonna say the Emperor, the Hierophant. Sorry, I'm just I haven't seen these cards in a little while, so forgive me, Libra. I'm bouncing around here. The Hierophant, again, it's lessons learned. It's having that sense of completion. I want us to get married. I want to be in a solid relationship. I want to go to a higher level of knowledge. I want to enroll, or I want to graduate from high school, university, college, whichever. It is a question of gaining that understanding, gaining the knowledge, feeling that you are in the right path of what you truly want to do. Because remember, you're making a choice here. You're deciding your future. You are well versed in the topic or subject, or you have that deep sense of understanding of knowing that this is what I really want, and this is the way I'm going, because this is above you. Now, it is the Hierophant, so it's the highest order of the land, in that you are very well aware of the consequences that come from your choices, your actions. This is where you have come to realize, I want or I don't want. You're working it through. You're going with your logic. You're going with what is your desire versus what you're capable of. This is how you're balancing or coming to a decision, if you will. Again, the King of Wands is not just because it's a fire sign. It is that intellect. It's that deep understanding of being aware of what's going on around you, and the people that you're getting involved with, or the people that you're dealing with. You're very aware of the consequence to actions taken with certain individuals, and you are preparing yourself for what could be a possible outcome if it goes one way or another. Libra, you're on the ball. You're really on the ball with what you want for your future. Here we see the Six of Swords. So this is what's grounding you. Again, it's that understanding, it's that reflection from the experiences that you've had with certain individuals, or just enough time has gone by where you have done the work, where you have come to realize, I know what I want, I know what I don't want, I know what I like, I know what I don't like, and I know what I can do with the information that I have. And as in, I have gained enough experience, I have done the work. Your mind is at ease. You are moving physically or mentally through a certain situation. You are moving away from that doubt, that self-doubt. Again, you're being tested as to stepping forward and taking action on what you think you know or what you feel you want. And you're willing to do it. You're ready to go. The Six of Swords says that you're quite capable and you're eager enough to do it. And again, it is your mental capacity. You're freeing your mind, or you have already freed your mind, and now you're ready to take steps. It really depends on your situation and where you fit on the wheel of fortune or the timeline. But this is in the past, because you've gone through the anxiety, you've gone through the wonder, you've overcome the self-doubt, and this is where your mind is at ease because you have gained certain understanding. Here we see the Knight of Swords. So again, you've taken certain action, or someone has taken certain action and spoken to you or spoken with you, or you receive news about certain information that has now put you in a position where you can make a decision, or you have expressed yourself in a particular way that now you are seen with a higher sense of respect, higher knowledge. Something happened, and it's in conversation, whether you spoke to someone or someone came and spoke to you, gave you certain news, or you have expressed yourself the way you feel, what you think, and now you're moving to another level. Again, with the King, it's quite clear that you are moving to a higher level, because we saw the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles. Then we saw the Page of Wands, and now we have the King of Wands. And then we have the Hierophant too. So you're really stepping up. You're moving forward. You're progressing. All right. See, this is the future. So, sorry, I keep shifting the cards. It's because they're large. And I don't want to... I want to see the King. I feel like I can't cover him up. Okay. And then we have the Judgment Call. So someone is looking for a second chance, or you are making decisions to give a second chance, or to open up and really speak your mind, because either you have spoken your mind or someone is giving you information that you can make up your mind. And here we see that you are reaching for a second chance, or there is a second chance for some relationship, any form. It's your situation, you will know, but it means that there is an opportunity for a redo or do-over or a whole new venue. But it's with people that you know, because it's it's the judgment call. It's making that judgment call. It's saying yes to something that you may have said no to before, or you've put something on hold, or the universe has put something on hold that you were trying to complete, but you're going to get an opportunity to complete now. It's coming. Whether it's in October or even in November, most likely in November, because things are going to turn around by the 21st of October is when there's going to be a very swift shift. Now things are already shifting. It's not that I want to get into astrology, but it's just to say that the planets are shifting around, and where opportunities were not opening up, they're opening up. They're starting to open up. And with the retrograde of Saturn coming to an end toward the end of November, there is where you will see either before or during that timeline where you may get your second chance. Here we have the Empress. So high arcana, coming one after the other, is that you are very guided to go the way you're going. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to make particular effort to have a second chance if that fits with your scenario, or to make a judgment call, make a decision. It's going to happen naturally. And what does actually happen is because you have done the work before. This is why you're getting certain news, or you're able to express yourself in a more assertive way, because you've gone through certain stages to bring you to the point where you will be it'll be easy for you. You don't have to put extra effort in now. You've done all that work. The Empress here, she represents where you are right now, and where you are right now is in a place of ease and capability, where you are focused on what you want to do, where you need to go, and you are still able to maintain certain relationships that you are responsible for. Again, the King of Wands indicates just that, that you are taking responsibility. You're taking responsibility. At least you're thinking about taking certain responsibility, because you know that where you are headed is going to be for a better place. It's going to be to put you in a position where you are in control. You have the ability to take control, and time is on your side. Now, when we look at this Empress card, the first thing we say is, or the first thing we see that pops up is a timeline, because she represents the threes, and 3 is growth and expansion. So again, always thinking of having more of, or being able to bring more in, or just being a mother, becoming a mother, and giving birth to a new idea. This is what surrounds the Empress, and she is our Queen of Pentacles on earth, whereas in the high arcana, she is that energy that brings in Venus. And now Venus is shifting, has already shifted into Virgo, and that's not a very comfy place for Venus, but at the same time it works in your favor if it is that you are pursuing a deeper sense of meaning in what you do. If you are on a superficial level, then things might go, or may slow down a little more, or you won't feel that the success that you're hoping to gain is going to come. But if you go with that sense, that deeper sense of meaning in the fact that you humble yourself before the tasks that are put before you, or decisions that you must make, if you humble yourself and go with that energy of being generous and open and caring and giving, then things will turn in your favor. But you are already in that energy, because I don't see a sense of reversal here, because this is high arcana, and once high arcana shows up, it is really out of our hands. You are being guided to go in that direction of being generous and open and caring, etc. Being a provider, being a mother. These are choices that you need to make as to what you want to do, and you're very well placed or poised to make certain decisions right now, and you're doing it. You're doing it. And your mind is at ease. Here we have our Queen of Cups. So this is where the energy around you, this could be anything here. Not that I want to go into negativity at all, it's not that, but this is not your energy. This is people around you. So Could be that you're dealing with feminine energies that are, I would say, conservative, to be polite. It's the first word that came to my mind. So there is somebody in your energy that is not saying certain things to you, or not sharing how they feel about the situation between you and them, or they may know something and they're not telling you, they're not sharing with you what they know. And that is a feminine energy. That's why I have the energy oracle. That's where we're going to pull that card. But let's move on and we'll come right back. Here we see our Six of, oh dear, our Six of Wands. So we're looking at an ego. We're looking at that desire to achieve. Again, it's not a negative per se, but because it's coming up right after the Queen here, it's making me feel that it doesn't have to be a water sign that you're dealing with. Could be someone who has strong fire in their chart, or someone who's very passionate about having control over a situation between you and them. She does represent a water sign, but again, it doesn't mean that it is a water sign, if you get my meaning. It is the energy of not sharing. It's that sense of, I know, and what I know I'm not telling. That is what I'm getting here. And because I'm not telling, I'm going to be in control. I have more power. I have more control over the situation, circumstance, you in particular. This energy here is exuding or exhibiting an ego trip, because this card is in this position of fear and desire. So the desire is to achieve, to win, to have that control. The fear is in that they will get found out. They will be put into the light, and they don't want what they know to come into the light. They're afraid that what they know may become exposed. Wow, that's just very specific there, Libra. Well, here this is again, it confirms that the energy around you is trying to bring a sense of doubt, a sense of, again, it's a test. The month of October is going to test you. It is going to test you on your desires, what you really want, and what you're ready to walk away from, and being able to make that decision without hesitation. Because this is how the outcome for this read shows that there is a dilemma in, I need to choose. Remember, we started off with the Seven of Cups. Well, this comes back to, I have the opportunity. Am I going to take the opportunity? I have to think about what is good for me. And this is where your blessings coming in. You already have the ability to see through anything that could be confusing, because you have that knowledge. This is you up here, Libra. The Hierophant is what's on your mind. It's how your mind works. It's having enough information and knowing. And again, the King of Wands is above the Queen of Cups. So it's not like you have to worry about making your decision. It's just a question of, are you ready to make that decision? Are you sure about what you want? And that is what Spirit is going to give you, that opportunity. See, we have the Eight of Cups at the bottom with our Ace of Swords. So it's either you're going to walk away and claim that victory, or you're going to come back to a certain situation and have the truth come and make amends with a particular individual who could be the person that is not willing to open up and share. Because here we see the 3 swords. So again, it's a general read, so you would have to really reflect on your own situation as per, is this something you want to go back into and have that clarity come, because the opportunity for a second chance is there or will be there. And again, it's eight of cups, so you're looking for more information, and you're moving away from what would be confusion, because that would be the 7 of cups. Moving away from that confusion to gain clarity and have the truth come, and following your intuition, again, knowing enough and keeping secret. Again, this confirms that there's secrecy, and knowing when in the right moment to make that move, or to step into or step away from. Again, she is all about intuition as well, and this is where you are. You are in the position of the Empress, where you have the control, and you have the upper hand, and you have the higher ground, and you have the knowledge. There's nothing that you would need to worry about. Again, there is either dealing with people concerning work, or having more details come because you know, or you follow your intuition and you are suspicious and you get more details, or you're going to get more details because you know, or that you want to know. The King of Cups comes in to make that balance and be on that equal ground. But again, the 10 of Swords is following him, so with the Devil. So there is that sense of holding back and not wanting to share. And could be a sense of third parties. It could be just dealing with emotions, being extremely emotional with the truth that's coming, and then that may very well be what pushes you to go forward, to get the 9th cup, to walk away and get more details. Oh, Libra. And then we have the King of Swords. So you're really determined to get that truth. You're not letting go. You're really holding on, and you're following with what would be the righteousness in your choice. You're going with what is the right thing to do with the Hierophant. And again, we come back to the 9 of Pentacles, where you get that satisfaction, but you have done all the work, as I had said earlier, so that now you could sit in the position of the Empress, the King of Wands, and the King of Swords. All right, so it's quite a detail there. It's very specific. So let's start with the Queen of Cups, because I'm sure you're scratching your head as to who is this Queen of Cups. But again, it's energy, so it could even be spirit. If it's not a particular person, but then you would know your situation. So what is this energy of the Queen of Cups that's coming around Libra, that Libra doesn't know about? Thank you, Spirit. And we see indecision. Wow. Having to make that choice. Another 8. Now, 8s are very karmic. So again, if you're dealing with water signs, you would know. This is not you, this is the person. There is a person, an energy, an individual who is not able to make up their mind about something. Coming back, going forward, only you will know. And this, you are having a second chance, an opportunity to meet with this person. Let's see, number 8. But Spirit is guiding this, huh? So it's not like you have to put extra effort out there. See which choice to make. This card marks the presence of 2 or more possible choices in your life. So it shows an anxiously looking, it shows you, okay, well, it's them. This is not you, Libra. This is whomever is that representation of the Queen of Cups in your life. It shows you anxiously looking at 2 roads, wondering which would be the better choice. Yet you are standing still, feeling confused by the up and down emotions of your present indecision. You could spend days, months, or even years in this back and forth energy, all the while feeling your focus and your life force energy draining away. So they're having a hard time. This indecision creates a paralysis of will, one that can keep you stuck while you're waiting to be certain about the results of your choice. It's time to let go of the analysis and self-doubt and have been keeping you stuck. Meditate on your options and see where your spirit guides you. Consider which direction resonates with you most, both in the process and in the goal. Follow your heart and make the honoring choice. Now, I will read the reverse because I did not flip these cards. It was the other deck from the person most on your mind that I flipped. So I will read the reverse in the event that it may resonate with you, with the person or people in that energy around you. So if it is in the reverse, it is congratulations. This card reverse indicates a newfound freedom from indecision. You have either recently made or are just about to make an important decision. This is an important time, so bring a clarity of consciousness to your new direction. The fragmented and confused energy that you've been sending out is gone, and now you can bring new structure to your plans and your life. You may not have known what to do in the past, but your soul has been trying to guide you all along. Open up to the potential of this time and create some clear and powerful intentions regarding your new choice. Then let yourself move forward with purpose and personal power. So I'll give you the affirmation if it is that you feel more connected to the energy in the reversed. I release fear and move forward with courage and trust. I have the power to direct my own destiny, now and always. And on that note, Libra, I thank you for your likes, your subscribes, and your shares. But most of all, for showing up. And I say that, and I just realized I didn't pull oracle message. I'm so sorry, Libra. It's not like I want to get off this clip, but I don't know why I thought I was gonna do it last. I know you forgive me, Libra. The oracle message, it's just that I don't know, the energy just flipped when I saw so again, indecision or taking that time to reflect and really go with a second chance. Someone is able to, and someone, again, it depends on your situation. Someone is still not able to. But let's see the oracle, because this is, again, the symbols of the mystical shaman. So this is ancient, truly ancient. What is the oracle message for Libra for October 2025? Oh my goodness. It's upside down. And I said I wouldn't when I took this deck. I said I would not flip the cards, but you know what? That's spirit. The seer, the oracle message for Libra is the seer. That's 45. You know, that comes into a 9, and we saw the 9 of Pentacles. And we have the Empress. That's a derivation of 9, the 3. So you are the seer, and you already know because you have the King of Wands. All right, let's see 45. Let's see 45. The seer. Little book. Okay. The seer represents the capacity to reach beyond the obvious details of life into the hidden realms where information is available to those with the discernment to perceive it. This symbol represents psychic perception, intuition, and the capacity to know something without prior exposure. The seer knows truth, always seeks truth beyond all else, and sees reality as it truly is without judgment. The seer can read between the lines and understand what is not being said. He represents the power of clarity and being able to recognize patterns. That is the Empress all in a bundle. So, and that's where you are, Libra. Now, because it is in the reverse, I must read the medicine. The seer has arrived now to challenge you to get out of denial and begin telling yourself the truth about your situation. Wishful thinking will not make what you desire happen when you're refusing to see things as they are. The truth may hurt, but it will set you free to claim the bounty that is waiting for you to notice it. This is a moment of true power. The seer offers you his medicine. When you are ready, surrender your vision to spirit and ask to be shown the truth, no matter the price. Once you do so, your eyes will open and you will receive a powerful gift. Again, it comes back to the 7 of Cups that we saw earlier, the King of Wands that we see here, and our Page of Wands. Your ability to have that discernment, to know when to walk away from a certain individual or situation, that is what she is prized on. Spirit is testing you. The people or person that is giving you that energy of, I want to, but I'm not sure, I don't want to talk, I want to talk, I know stuff, not saying. You're being tested with that particular individual or that type of energy to help you step forward and let things go, walk away from, etc. Okay? Libra, until our next read, love and light.